Deep within the unforgiving jungle, six elite soldiers embarked on a top-secret mission that would test their courage, resilience, and sanity. Operation Echo was a desperate attempt to rescue a downed pilot from enemy territory. But as the clock ticked, the mission took a terrifying turn, leaving one soldier forever silenced. As the helicopter carrying the soldiers approached their extraction point, a sudden mechanical failure forced it to make an emergency landing deep within the dense jungle foliage. Despite the setback, the mission had to go on. So the six soldiers, clad in their distinctive orange flight suits, disappeared into the green abyss, their voices crackling over the radio. Their orders: locate the downed pilot and bring him back, dead or alive. Hours turned into a blur of humidity, biting insects, and the constant drone of cicadas. The men pushed on, their determination fueled by the urgency of their mission. But the jungle seemed to be an endless labyrinth, mocking their efforts at every turn. Just when their hope began to dwindle, a faint signal from the radio beacon of the downed pilot guided them through the undergrowth. Suddenly, the thick trees gave way to a small clearing, and there in the center, surrounded by tall grasses, was the missing pilot, strapped to a makeshift stretcher. But as the team moved in, they noticed something disturbing. The pilot's face was covered in a black tar-like substance. Despite his condition, he was still breathing, his eyes wide with fear. The medic in the group rushed to his side, quickly determining that the substance was a potent, local anesthetic. It was clear the enemy had used the pilot as bait, luring them into a trap. As the medic worked to stabilize the pilot, the others set up a hasty defense, readying themselves to fight off any intruders. But then the silence was broken by the sound of crashing undergrowth. Emerging from the trees were 8 figures, heavily armed and ready for action. A fierce firefight erupted, the air filled with the deafening roar of gunfire. The soldiers fought back, determined to free the pilot and complete their mission. In the chaos, one soldier noticed something peculiar about the enemy. They seemed almost robotic, lacking any signs of life or emotion. As the fight raged on, more and more of these strange figures appeared, as if emerging from the very jungle itself. They seemed relentless, their movements precise and eerily synchronized. One of the soldiers, Private Mitchell, found himself separated from the group in the thick undergrowth. Wounded and disoriented, he stumbled upon a small cave hidden amidst the tangled vines. As he cautiously approached, he heard a voice coming from inside. Weak and desperate, it called out for help. Heeding the call, Mitchell crept into the cave, his heart pounding in his chest. Inside, he found another soldier, his face pale, his eyes wide with terror. The soldier, Private Davis, was babbling incoherently about the mission and the enemy. But as Mitchell tried to calm him down, he realized that Davis wasn't just scared, he was completely alone. His mind had snapped under the pressure. With Davis unable to help, Mitchell knew he had to find the others. As he made his way back to the clearing, the sounds of battle still raging in his ears, he stumbled upon a horrifying sight. The remaining soldiers were gone, and the pilot was nowhere to be found. The only evidence of their presence were their abandoned weapons and the unsettling silence that had descended upon the jungle. Mitchell's heart sank as he realized the gravity of the situation. He was the only survivor left behind in a hostile jungle with no way out. Then he noticed something strange. One of the enemy's weapons lay discarded on the ground, and as he picked it up, he realized it was a radio transmitter. And as he held it in his hand, a voice crackled to life. It was a voice from the past, the voice of his fallen comrade. Repeating the same message over and over again, "We are the Silent Legion. You cannot escape us. Join us in eternal silence." Mitchell's blood ran cold as he realized he was not alone in the jungle. He was being hunted by an army of the dead. And as the voice continued its haunting monologue, Mitchell knew that his fate, like the others, was sealed. He was now part of the Silent Legion, forever trapped in the eerie silence of the jungle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.